everyone, I'm Vanessa Di Caruña from BS Ed 2B, and our topic for today's discussion is about teaching innovation that would build up reading skills of the learners. The early years strategies for teaching reading literacy, teaching, and learning are core responsibilities of teachers and schools. Yet, teaching reading and writing is a complex and highly skilled professional activity. Many young learners start school with little knowledge about how to read and how to write. Teachers are tasked with helping children to bridge the significant gap between linking their written and spoken language. Learning to read is critical, with research showing that reading for pleasure can promote improved health and well-being, help build social connection and relationships, and increase the chances of social mobility. Teaching reading is an evolving and non-linear process that works differently for each young student. The programmers of study for reading at key strategies 1 and 2 include word reading and comprehension. Early primary teachers are tasked with developing competence in both dimensions. Teaching reading will involve teaching letters, sounds, and vocabulary, but beyond this, it will also involve strategies such as guided reading and building background knowledge. Learning to read should include exposure to a wide variety of interesting books and different kinds of text, such as online and interactive app and web content. Here are 10 strategies to try with young children to support their reading skills development and teaching innovation that will build up reading skills of the learners. So number 1 is read aloud to students. This reading aloud will occur in the classroom, supplemented by consistent at-home reading even once a child learns to read at the basic level. Encourage children to play with sound and listen out for the different sound around them to help them to tune into their new word sounds. And then the next is number 2, provide opportunities for students to read, write, and talk about text. This regularly giving students time to read, write, and talk about text can enhance their skill development across multiple areas. For instance, reading more can further support writing and vice versa. By talking about text and hearing the perspectives of classmates, young children also may have the opportunity to deepen their comprehension. Encourage parents to further engage young readers by helping children with their when they get stuck and talking with them about what they have read. And then the next is number 3, read text repeatedly to support fluency. So this, number 3, students need to hear the same text multiple times to support their reading fluency. Often, they naturally drawn to familiar text or which they learn to grasp with growing complexity and understanding over time. The strategist number 4 is teach children the tools to figure out words they don't know. This might involve combining strategies such as surrounding out a word using phonics knowledge looking at the pictures, skipping the word and coming back to it after reading the rest of the sentence, and then thinking about what would make sense and introducing young children to the wonder and enjoyment of books requires a systematic teaching of phonics. You can also support the families of your young students by sharing phonics resources because things have changed since they were at school. help parents to support students learning accurately, which can lead to better student learning and engagement outcomes. And then the number 5 strategies is provide time for studying spoken language, including vocabulary and spelling. A comprehensive approach of teaching reading also includes providing time to develop complementary skills such as spoken language, including through conversation or oral presentation, and then vocabulary such as building class lists while reading text. And then the next one is spelling. And the last is grammar such as through bite-sized video context like the grammar or mini clips series. Beyond the early years, reading deepens in complexity to involve literal, interpretive, and inferential comprehension. Reading on the lines between the lines and beyond the lines, it includes concepts such as transferring knowledge to new contexts, understanding an author's viewpoint, purpose and intended audience, and critically analyzing messages and information in a range of literacy modes for a variety of purposes. That's all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something in this topic. And let's proceed to the next reporter, which is Miss Kyle Miligrito.